Hi team, it's Teeny, and I am the creator of Fearless Fit Nation, and I just wanted to talk you guys through a process of inviting, of the 3 best ways of inviting on Facebook. And I've been doing this for years, and I wanted to share it with you guys so that you had a general idea on how I always manage to add new people into my challenge groups, and how many people it takes to invite people, to get a certain amount of people in your challenge groups and all that kind of good stuff. So I put together something to kind of really explain to you my process and how it all works. So again, as I mentioned, I'm Christine Olson, and I created Team Fearless Fit Nation. And you know how we all talk about those 3 vital behaviors with successful Beachbody coaches? Well, there's those 3 vital behaviors, and you know, one of the most important ones, that very first vital behavior, is inviting. And so, you know, as coaches, we hear invite, invite, invite. And, you know, but I think a lot of people are confused on what does inviting mean? Like, what do I do to invite? So I wanted to dive in even deeper into the inviting process, because a lot of people get confused. How do I invite? What am I supposed to invite to? And how many people do I need to invite to get a certain amount of people in my challenge groups? So I'm here to answer all those questions and to really help you come up with a system. So people will message me and they'll say, hey, do I really have to personally message someone? I don't know if that's for me. Well, the point is yeah, you do. You do have to personally message people. You know, you don't want to just send out mass invites to people and not make them feel special. You know, you want to be forming relationships. So personally messaging people is important. So these are the 3 things that are super important. And these 3 things I do every single month. And I've been doing them for years. And I do them without fail. And you should do them too if you're thinking about, you know, looking for more people to help every single month through your challenge groups. So the first thing, number 1, what's the first thing, the first way to invite? The first thing you should do is create an event page, okay? How do you create an event page? This is in Facebook. You create an event page. It's very, very easy to create one. And you create an event page for your Beachbody challenge group. Maybe it's, you might have a specialty group, like Hammer and Chisel just came out, so maybe you would have a Hammer and Chisel test group. Or for me personally, you know, when I first started coaching, I would have test groups on certain programs that came out, like the 21-Day Fix. But now I really like to run challenge groups that are inclusive of all Beachbody programs, because everyone's doing something different. Everyone's at a different level. And so I personally have found that over time, I don't enjoy having specific challenge groups for just one program, because I don't want to shut off the opportunity for someone that might be at a different level, or maybe a different program would suit them. And I don't want to miss out on the opportunity for those Success Club points, and to really just help that person. You know, if I'm like, oh, I'm only doing a Hammer and Chisel this month, then, you know, what about someone that, you know, can only do PiYo right now? So those are just things to think about. So the first step is to create an event page, okay? And when you create an event page, you can actually see all of your friends on the side, and you can invite them individually. So what I like to do is I like to go through my friends list and invite them, and then they'll be added into my event, okay? I'm sure you've seen a lot, you know, people will invite you to events. So that's one way. Another way is to mass invite a group of people to your event page. There's something called the Google Chrome Mass Inviter. I've never personally used that. I did mass invite for the first like 3 times I did events. But after that, I started to really want to target the people that I invited to my events, because I didn't, by mass inviting the first like 3 or 4 times, I didn't want to do that to the same people if they weren't interested. So if you're adding, so the first way is to mass invite, and the reason why mass inviting can be great for a lot of reasons is you never know who's going to be interested, right? I mean, especially as a new coach, you know, you talk about your challenge group and how it's changed your life, and you never know, you can invite, you know, 200, 500 people from your friends list, and the people that you would never expect will say that they need the help, and they would love to join your accountability group. So, I mean, that's one way I've always gotten new people into my challenge groups, okay? And let's talk about mass inviting versus targeted inviting. So another way is if you're always adding new people into your network, you can actually, get all those new people and those conversations that you're having, those are the people you should be inviting to your challenge groups. And yes, you can send them a personal message, which we're going to talk about later, but just adding them into your event, they're going to see all the information about your event coming up, your challenge group, okay? So, so mass inviting and targeted inviting, but it doesn't matter, but either way, you should be inviting a ton of people to your challenge group every single month, okay? I make an image in PicMonkey or Canva, or Rona Designs for the cover photo. I explain about my challenge group, what it's all about, and then I invite a lot of friends. Okay, so that's the first way. Events are a great way to launch the beginning of your challenge group. So if you think about your challenge groups, like maybe the opening of a new business or a restaurant, you have to, let people know what's out there, right? So if you never share about your challenge group coming up, people have no idea that you're even doing it, so making that event and inviting people to see what it's all about is the very first way. You've got to get out there and promote it, like what's it all about, and making a fun picture gets people excited. Okay, so the second important way of inviting on Facebook, okay, after you make your event, I want you to post on your newsfeed, make a post on Facebook launching your upcoming challenge group, okay? There's several ways you can post about your challenge group. You can make an image. You can also take the link. If your event is public, you can take the link and put the event on your Facebook wall and tell people what it's about. I like to make an image and then I put the link of the event at the bottom, and people can add themselves and people can add friends. Sometimes I get friends of friends coming into my event, okay? So, there's several ways to post. This is a great way to drive traction to your event as well. So if you post on your Facebook wall and, you say, comment below if you're interested in my upcoming accountability group, and people respond to that post underneath, they comment underneath. And guess what that does? That really helps you get a lot more traction to your event and what's going on, right? So they'll respond underneath and they'll say, hey, I'm interested. And then you can respond back to that person and tag that person's name. And guess what? The more comments that you have on your Facebook post means that your affinity score with Facebook goes up. What does that mean? Your popularity with Facebook goes up. So what does that mean? Well, if you're more popular on Facebook, if there's more action going on your posts, if there's more comments, if there's more likes, then what that means is that Facebook lets more and more people see your post, okay? So it gets into a lot of more people's news feeds, and more people will find out about your challenge group. So you'll get friends of friends coming in, okay? So your popularity on Facebook goes up. So what does a post like this sound like, okay? So I'm going to give you like a script that you can use. So get your pens and papers out, and this is what it kind of sounds like. So, hey everyone, I'm starting a 90-day, you can call this anything. Hey everyone, I'm starting a 90-day, new fit, new you challenge group starting on, on June 10th. And I'm looking for 3 women to get fit and healthy this summer. We'll be doing a 90-day fitness accountability group, and I'll be using a dialed-in nutrition and meal plan that comes with your program. We'll also be replacing 1 meal a day with the healthiest meal of the day called Shakeology. If you have questions about that, you can let me know. And we'll be participating in a support group where other people will be doing a program with you as well, so you're not alone. Also, you'll get me as your coach to support and guide you along the way so that you don't fail. Okay, so you can post that on your Facebook wall, and then guess what? People are going to be like, that's really cool. Make sure you have that really cool image that you make in Canva or PicMonkey or something. Okay, so another way is it could just be a cute picture of you, like pointing up. It could be a selfie. It could be a workout picture. It could be a picture, a before and after picture. A lot of people use before and after pictures when they're promoting their challenge groups because, hey, let's face it, that's proof the products work right there. You're showing yourself, that's why becoming a coach, when you first show that the programs work and you do the programs and you show before and afters, that makes people say, okay, seeing is believing, right? So that's the second way, okay? First way, making an event. Second way, posting it and promoting it on your Facebook wall. And the third way, and the most important way, is to privately message people. Okay, you message your friends that you've invited. You pick 3 to 5 people a day. You know, when you have the time, and you know, you pick out that time during your day. You're like, okay, this is the time where I'm going to inform my relationships and make them stronger. So when you have a whole month ahead of you, like 3 to 5 new people, and messaging is totally fine. But if you're struggling to hit Success Club, you know, you can really just get dedicated and send out messages to 30 people a day. You know, it's easy to invite 200 people to your Facebook event, and then they're in there and they see the stuff. But if you don't send a personal message to them, some people will just be like, I didn't even read that. So if you send a personal message, that means something. That is like awesome stuff. And then when they write you back, you have a conversation, okay? So here's an example of a message that you could personally send to someone, okay? So, you know, a message could sound like this. And when I'm like in the role of messaging people, I just copy and paste the same message. I change out the name and I send it to a bunch of people, okay? And I start up a lot of conversations at the same time. So for example, hi Susie, I'm starting a 90-day fitness and nutrition challenge group. I'm looking for 5 ladies to get started with me and their fitness journey. Would you happen to know anyone that would be interested in joining me? I'm not sure if you've seen, you know, all my fitness posts lately, but I'm really excited about the process the progress that I've made, and I want to pay it forward and find more people to help. Okay, I mean, that's genuine, you know, that's not, you know, the point is like, I'm not trying to sell random stuff to people. I'm trying to help the people I'm supposed to help, right? So get a lot of conversations going, and always set the expectation, like for every 9 times out of 10, 9 people out of 10 people will say no, okay? And, you know, I have to say, though, if you're sincere and you're sending these personal messages, like you'll get a lot of positive feedback from a lot of amazing people. You'll start the most amazing conversations. So you just got to get out there. But what does this do for you? This means like you're talking to a ton of people. Like you're inviting 200 people or 500 people or even more to your event. And then you're sending these messages, personally inviting them. That is very much appreciated, because you know, you're not just selling stuff or all that kind of stuff. You're inviting them for you to help them, your time. You're dedicating your time to help them, okay? And it's marketing yourself and what you have to offer. And if you want to find more people to help, this is the best way. So, you know, so just think about that. This is also when you're talking to a ton of people, it's called guerrilla marketing. You know, you're getting out there just like a restaurant would. If they're out there and they have the best Italian food, but nobody knows about it, guess what? Then it's going to fail. So, so just think about that. So, you know, when you personally message someone on Facebook, you'll get people that say no. They'll say, thank you so much for thinking of me, but I can't afford it right now. But you never know, later down the road when they're like, oh my gosh, I'm sick of continuing to go in the wrong direction, they'll think of you because you personally messaged them. They'll think of you and they'll say, hey, maybe I should reach back out to Charlotte because she, you know, runs challenge groups and she works with people. So, you know, they'll think of you when the time is right. So, you know, if you're getting out there every day and you're inviting people, it comes back to you. You know, I've been a coach for almost 3 years now, and people that I invited 2 years ago are in my challenge groups now because they're finally ready. Some people are ready like now, and some people are not, and that's okay. But you're just getting out there, and every day, if in your heart you know you're out there to help people, that's exactly what you do. Okay, so you might not have success at this very, very moment, but it's marketing and it comes back to you in the future. So success, if you're doing this every single month, you will hit Success Club 5 every month, no problem. And you'll even hit bigger numbers than that because things that you were doing 5 months ago roll into you, coming to you every single month because people see that you're there and they see that you're consistent. And maybe it wasn't the right time last month, but it's the right time now. Okay, so, you know, the last thing I want to say, those are those 3 things that are really important ways to invite on Facebook. But the last thing I want to say is don't forget to follow up with people, okay? I made that mistake so many times. I love to meet new friends. I love to meet new people. But if you don't follow up with them, all that hard work goes to waste. okay? Because people, it might not be the right time, but they need to be reminded, okay? So ask them if they feel ready and how they're doing on their journey. You know, follow up with them. Hey, girl, how you doing? Just wanted to follow up with you and see if you felt ready to join my accountability group yet. If it's not the right time, no worries, but I just thought of you today. There's nothing wrong with that, and people love that you think of them, okay? So I hope that this was helpful for you. I've been doing this for years. You know, it's a great way to meet new people, and I hope it's helpful for you as well. If you start doing it for your next challenge group, please let me know, and let me know how successful it's been for you. All right, well, thank you, Team Fearless Fit Nation, and for being with me tonight, and I'm so happy and blessed to be a part and to be your leader. Love you all.